All right. It is August 13th, 4 p.m. Just wrapping up my trading day. And today started out a little bumpy, a little boring, but ended quite nicely. We got a little bit of a slope down, a little slowly decrease into the close. I was able to dip by and then ended up finishing the day about $363 in profit in the positive. Green day, so that's always great. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, starting with the screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Hopefully you can. All right, so yesterday, here's yesterday's SPY. But by the way, we're looking at the SPY. It's the S&P 500. This is a 1 minute chart. This is yesterday, this is today. 1 minute chart here, 5 minute chart here, 1 hour chart here, 1 day chart here, RSI, VWAP lines up there. Anyway, we started with a gap down and then immediately just pushed right back up and reclaimed this support at the 337.69 area. And we pretty much just lingered there the whole time. Actually, you know, let me just prove it. You can see right here, 363 was the profit, but right there, here's another area, 363. So anyway, just wanted to, you know, some people may doubt me or whatever, but anyway, pushed up and it pretty much just bounced around this support line the whole day, which was pretty boring. Really, like up until here, I was probably positive like $100 because I got long right out of the open, took that up, sold it. So I was up $100 and I was thinking, dang, what a boring day because the market ain't doing much movement. I didn't really dabble in any other stocks today. Usually I'll go mess around with Microsoft or Shopify or Apple or something like that, but I didn't really feel like it. I was kind of in a weird funk and a weird headspace today. And so like, I'm more conservative. When I realize that I'm in a weird headspace, I'm gonna try and be a little bit more conservative with my trades. So that means smaller position size. That means be more patient. So I started out the day in a weird headspace. Anyway, let's take a look here. So it pushes up, you know, I got long, it's pushing up into the upper band VWAP, holds this, fails the support, comes back down here to the middle VWAP. I believe I also got long right here, hoping that the middle VWAP would hold as support, and it did. Also, the RSI was down in the 30s. I mentioned this in my other videos, but I always trade off of the RSI and the VWAP, and I usually will buy when the RSI gets to around the 30% area, or if it comes under this 30% mark, and then when it comes under that mark, usually it will turn blue. That's how I have the settings. So sometimes the market doesn't make it all the way down there, you know, which is what happened this morning. So it came down, I got long into this small position size because again, I was nervous, took it up for a small little win, and then pretty much, as you can see, it just bounced around. You know, I got a little bit of lift, a little bit of air hang time, and then just came right back down to that support. So today was a consolidation day in the beginning. I mean, I guess in the end, I mean, look at the candle, it kind of finished flat pretty much, but stayed around this 337. And you know, it's good that we have days that are just boring like this because what it's doing is it's concreting and really setting this price level in at a good solid price level, you know, so that the market feels comfortable to push higher to new highs. It definitely had opportunities today to fall down lower, and I thought that we were going to get a bigger washout than we got, but it didn't. I mean, there are buyers. There's a lot of buyers in this market. It's a very bullish market. So we did put in, oh no, we got really close to putting in an all-time new post-virus high. So as you can see here, yesterday we hit 338.28. Today we got really close to that. We got up to 338.25, 3 pennies away from putting in a new high, but it got rejected. And as you can see, sold off quickly after. I'm not sure if I got long into this or what. Let me see, what time of day is this? This is about 2 o'clock. Okay, yeah, so this is when I was starting to get back into the market because it was really starting to actually move. So around 2:30-ish, I started to do a little bit of dip buying. This was the crazy part right here. Let me zoom out a little bit so that I can really see. All right, so, you know, my strategy is once the price action gets below the lower band VWAP and when the RSI turns blue and it's at a very low level, I dip by that and sell on the rip. But what happened here was well, first of all, I was nervous that we were going to see lower lows come down to this support, maybe even come lower than this 335 support. So I was definitely nervous, and I was taking smaller size because of that. So I go in here and I buy this, and there goes a plane passing overhead. I wonder if you can hear that. Anyway, getting a nice rip. Now, I really should have been taking partials at this level right here. I should have been taking some off, because I kind of had a feeling that we were then going to revisit the lows, and then that would have meant that I would have been able to take some profit, re-add here, and then be able to have a lower position average. Well, I did not take my dang partials at this area. It came back down to here. I continued buying. I kept on buying because it came down below the lower VWAP. So I continued buying. It came up, it pushed up. Finally, I took a partial at this push up right here. So got my position way back down. So I think at here I was around like 2,000 shares. It pushes back up, sell off a good amount, come down to maybe 1,000 shares or something. Then it completely sells off down and almost gets to the lower support. I go ahead and start adding back in. I think I went up to like 2,100 shares, a little over 2,000 shares. Again, I was nervous that this thing is going to fail on this support, to be honest. I thought we were going to test this support and then fail, but we didn't even really get to the support. So it pushes up, and now during this time right here, let me just zoom in right there. Okay, so it comes down, and then it just chops around, and I'm just sitting here, you know, I got a pretty decent average, and usually I'm expecting this thing to pop up a lot faster. Well, it just starts to just bounce, just slowly. And so literally during this time I was going crazy because I had full size. You know, I'm thinking, man, this thing could roll over any second, and just, and what am I gonna do? I'm trying to brainstorm but I just got patient, stayed patient. You know, I'm trying to practice patience on the entry and then patience on the exit when I'm in the trade. So what I tried to do to distract my mind is I actually got my iPad and I opened this game that I play, and I just literally started sitting here like playing the game to just kind of take my mind off of the market, and it worked. I was able to kind of keep playing, not so much worry about selling or closing out my position, and slowly the market started to trickle up, and then I started shedding, taking partials, shedding shares, just selling into this rise up, and that's where I really finished making that 363. So I was pretty much all out by the time it hit the VWAP. And then as you can see, it kind of sold off a little bit, tried to get up higher, sold off. Now, let's see, it actually was a lot lower in the extended trading. Let's take a look at what it's looking like now. So it came down lower, pushed up. It definitely looks like it's trending downwards. We may see another gap down tomorrow, but overall, pretty glad with how it all went. I probably could have been better at being patient and waiting for a better entry. Ultimately, it paid off because this market is so darn bullish. It's crazy how bullish it is. I really am nervous because we're starting to get to that level, that 339, 340 all-time highs number, and I have a feeling that once we hit that, if we hit that 3-time high, which is right here, I have it marked off as resistance on the chart here. This number right here, once we get to that, I feel like we're gonna have a massive sell-off, multi-day sell-off, and so I'm just trying to play it safe. I'm trying to keep my position size small. Only when the RSI is really oversold will I get up to a full 2,000 share position size. By the way, I am trading SPXL, which is not the SPY. It's like a smaller, cheaper stock that's 3 times leveraged. So when the SPY goes 1%, this will go 3%. So this is my main jam right here. I love SPXL. But yeah, so today was a pretty decent day. Finished green. It's always a great day when you finish green. And you know, tomorrow we are going to see, you know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see us just consolidate a bit at these levels in between this 335 and this 338. And then, I mean, that would be the healthy way to go, is we consolidate at these levels. Then we push up and we make an attempt at pushing past the 339. There could be some good news that comes out, which completely blows us right past 339. I mean, vaccine news, stimulus, still having on the dang stimulus news sorted out. I mean, I feel like when they do release it now, the market's not going to really care. Like, it won't even move the market, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's my trading day. Grateful for it. Grateful for not having a green day. Yeah, we got one more day left. I heard somebody say that tomorrow's closing. I don't know if the market's even open tomorrow, but thanks for watching. Click that thumbs up button and I'll catch you in the next one.